What up, YouTube? This is a video. We're gonna talk about why a prenup is important in the modern day marriage. So let's go into it.
A prenup has anything to do with a lack of trust in your partner? Maybe you're mistaken, but that's okay because I didn't know this until I went to law school. So now I'm just going to share what I learned with you. And I'm really surprised this is not widespread knowledge because it should be. Getting a prenup actually has everything to do with the lack of trust in your government. And here's why. You can actually compare a prenup to a will in the sense that you either draft your own will or the government will use the one that they already drafted. You feel me? In the same sense, it's not about whether you want a prenup or you don't want a prenup. It's a matter of which prenup do you want? The one that you drafted, that you agree with, that you think is fair? Or, in the instance of death or divorce, the one that the government already drafted? It's up to you. You still think that getting a prenup has anything to do with...
All right. So the sister, she gets it, man. Shout out to her. But I just want to say this: contractual marriage is not real marriage. Contractual marriage is a business. What do I mean by that? So if you see John Doe, he marries Jane Smith. They are now Mr. and Mrs. John and Jane Doe. It's a corporate merger. The same way you may see Amazon, the corporation purchases Whole Foods, and now it's Amazon sponsored Whole Foods. So you see, it's about a business. It's not about the spiritual component of marriage. They removed the spiritual component of marriage a while ago. Even back in 1922, you could read about the Episcopal Church removed the word obey out of the wedding vows for the woman. Now, I don't understand why you would want to marry a woman who doesn't believe she needs to obey you. I will never understand that. And I know there are women out there who might be saying, well, I'm not a child. I'm not a dog. I don't have to obey a man. No, I'm not saying you're a dog. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you're a woman. And if you know the scriptures, like you claim you do, you would know that obey or obedience was stipulated by the Most High in Genesis chapter 3, verse 16, to protect the woman from herself because she's prone to get into mischief when she goes against her husband and because she's inclined to follow the teachings of the serpent rather than her man. But again, I always say this: the modern woman doesn't believe in the Bible or believe in God. The modern woman believes in her feelings. Her personal feelings are above the scriptures in her mind. And that's not all women, but that's about 95 to 98% of them. You know, marriage has been dead in America for about 100 years now. A real marriage, a real marriage is an emotional, spiritual, and physical connection for life. That's what a real marriage is. A real marriage is your wife is your property for life. She's a prized property, a prized possession. She's not someone that you treat like whatever. She deserves to be treated with respect and honor and love and to be cherished, but she belongs to you. You know, she's not, you're not supposed to rule over her like a tyrant, but you're supposed to, be the head. You're supposed to have the direction. You're supposed to have the leadership. She's supposed to listen to you. In this society, your woman doesn't belong to you. She doesn't have to listen to you. And that she can leave whenever she's tired of you or she's bored. And that's why they have the stipulation of irreconcilable differences, basically saying, I don't want to be with him anymore, so I'm leaving for whatever reason. It doesn't even really have to be a legitimate reason. In certain states, there has to be, but in majority of the states, you don't. So, brothers who listening, I think you should all get a prenuptial agreement if you decide to embark on a contractual marriage. In my opinion, if a woman is not willing to be with you without a contract, you should not be willing to sign a contract just to keep her around. But you brothers got to do what's best for you. In my opinion, I think you should write your own thing, have the government, keep it out of it because I mean, it's just a way. Marriage is really being used by modern women to really placate men and really to subjugate men, basically to kind of wrap them into a web like Ecclesiastes chapter 7 says, the woman's hands like webs and nets or bands and nets. She tries to ensnare a man. She tries to get you. And a lot of dudes who are doing their thing out here, they realize, y'all know that a lot of women, they be really friendly and they are very, show a lot of obeisance in the beginning of the relationship. And they're willing to do a lot of, emotional and favors in the bedroom, and once you get married to them, they act like they took a vow of celibacy or something like that. They don't even want to give you no no punani. And you're like, what's going on? It's like when we first met, you couldn't wait to give it back. You was throwing it back every night. Now she's like, oh, I'm a nun. I'm celibate for 6 days out the week. And on the seventh day, I'm tired. I got a headache. A lot of brothers suffering out here, man, but they can't do anything because they signed that contract. So the woman used that contract to really control their man. And as a man, you can't allow that. I mean, just being honest, you know, say, the bedroom activities, that's like food to a man. If you go to your refrigerator, you see no food in there, you're gonna go outside and get some food. So, if a woman may not, want another woman in the picture, but if she's not, giving punani, another woman's gonna come in the picture. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, I'm just being honest. So, man, but I'm getting on a tangent. All right, man. Y'all be safe out here, man. Peace.